What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. And in this video, we're going to go over new information about the second stimulus checks from Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and also from Joe Biden. Also, our family is giving $500 in total to some viewers. I will tell you guys how all that works at the end of this video, so make sure to stay tuned to the end. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on second stimulus check updates. My wife and I do hours of research for you guys every single day, so we can bring you all the stimulus check, unemployment extension, and related news in a quick, concise video. And don't forget to smash the like button for us down below. Okay, first up, just in case you didn't see it, the White House has announced that the CDC is extending eviction moratoriums where you cannot be evicted for all renters until the end of the year. I cover that in this video on my channel. You can watch that next if you haven't, but I just want to mention that in case you haven't seen it. It's very big news. Also, the USDA has announced that they will now extend free meals for children through the end of the year. The U.S. Secretary of Agriculture made the announcement that it will allow summer meal program operators to continue serving free meals to all children as late as December 31st, 2020, or until current funding runs out, stating, "As our nation reopens and people return to work, it remains critical our children continue to receive safe, healthy, and nutritious food." During this pandemic, the USDA has provided an unprecedented amount of flexibilities to help schools feed kids through the school meal programs. And today, we are also extending summer meal program flexibilities for as long as we can legally and financially. Previously, the USDA has said schools would not be allowed to serve free meals to students once the school year resumed in the fall. So this is really good news. We also have good news from presidential candidate Joe Biden that if he gets reelected, that they're looking to pass new stimulus almost immediately. Joe Biden is reportedly eyeing a $1 trillion January stimulus bill amid an impasse in negotiations. Some of Biden's economic advisors worry the economy, ravaged by the pandemic, is worsening by the day. I truly do feel that this election happened to happen at the right time during this pandemic, because I feel like a lot of stimulus is going to get passed from both the Republicans and the Democrats, sadly to say, simply because people are trying to get reelected or get elected. And as sad as that sounds, I've had a lot of comments from you guys saying that none of these people in Congress do anything out of the goodness of their heart. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below. Do you feel that anybody from Congress does anything out of the goodness of their heart? Or do you think that they all want to pass more stimulus right now because of the re-election coming up? I covered in my last video how both Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi have very high unfavorable ratings right now, and as high as 75% of people think they're not doing a good job right now in their positions. And Nancy Pelosi actually has over 50% of her own people, Democrats, saying that she has done an unfavorable job. So I think that there's going to be a lot more to come regarding stimulus checks, and unemployment extension before the election, as Congress and the White House scramble to try to win as many votes as they can. We just had the new eviction moratorium passed until the end of the year. The president passed that presidential executive order to temporarily extend the unemployment boost. He pretty much did what he could. I mean, he took the money from the disaster relief fund and other funds. The president can't really pass money. He has to kind of use it from other funds and shift the money from one fund to the other, which is what he did for the unemployment. They really need to come to an agreement if we want to get a permanent unemployment extension and the higher likelihood of checks. I have speculated on this channel how the president might try to pass stimulus checks before the election by also shifting money from one fund to another, such as the U.S. General Fund. But if he does do that, it'll likely have to be a smaller stimulus check because a full-blown $1,200 stimulus check and checks for dependents will likely cost $300 to $400 billion. So, still, the best chance of getting stimulus checks and an unemployment extension and all this extra stimulus money for small businesses and employees has the highest chance of getting that from the actual negotiations between the Republicans and the Democrats. Although we have seen a lot of things passed already, the eviction moratorium, the student loan moratorium, the unemployment extension, and hopefully we will see stimulus checks coming out soon also. The Republicans are currently drafting their own stimulus bill right now and plan to vote on it next week. We don't know the details of what's in that yet. We don't know if it includes a stimulus check, an unemployment extension. We don't know if there's money for small businesses in there. But we do know that the Republicans are having daily conference call meetings every single morning to discuss the details of this. The Republicans have said that their plan is to make this favorable for both Republicans and Democrats so that this bill isn't dead on arrival and that it actually has a chance to be passed by the Democrats also. Now, if this is a skinny bill, which is a smaller stimulus package, it's likely that we'll see several of them passed before the election here. I mean, we could have anywhere from 2 to 5 of them passed with varying things in them, unemployment extension, checks. We just don't know. But if they don't pass a big stimulus package, which is probably going to be near $2 trillion, that will have enough money for checks. And both sides do want $1,200 checks this time around. So, we're likely to have a lot of new news coming out about stimulus checks and the stimulus package and the negotiations as the next coming days come by. So, make sure you guys are subscribed. They are doing negotiations right now. They've had like 3 different meetings recently between the Republicans and the Democrats negotiating over the next stimulus package. And that's really good news because they hadn't negotiated on it for weeks before the last week. So, because they're back to the negotiating table, they're closer now than ever. The Democrats have come down by $200 billion, and the Republicans have come up by $300 billion. They've bridged that gap by a lot of money. And if they can come to an agreement somewhere around $2 trillion, they can pass a large stimulus package, which definitely will have $1,200 checks for the American people. Also, from our family to yours, my wife and I, we're going to jump on camera. I'm going to have my wife come on and maybe our baby also. And we're going to announce who we're giving the $50 to 10 different people to a total of $500. This is the second time around that we're giving away money. So we just kind of want to help some people in need. We appreciate every single one of you guys watching our show. And we will probably do that in one of today's videos still coming out. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And don't forget to smash the like button for us down below and click subscribe down below if you haven't yet so you don't miss out on new stimulus check videos as they come out. You can click on this top video to watch my newest stimulus check videos next. And this video teaches you how to start a business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income, and I teach people how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, and I will see you in the next video.